broke ass.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't.
Boys, I swear I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes, yes, yes. Guess who's here? Let me take this off the screen before I show up. Blessings, blessings. Welcome, welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. And you're here with Grace Levi. Today we're going to be doing Dolton. Let me get myself together because I know this is going to be a long live. We're going to be doing a Dolton and Thornton deep dive weekly recaps. Okay, it's been really hard for me to keep up with everything that has been going on. Excuse me, y'all, but it's been a lot going on, and you know I'm here for it. Last week was a pretty busy week, and the week before, and it was a little controversial for me and some other content creators out there. So I want to start off by first doing an intro. All right, so this intro is to let my subscribers know what was on my community page. So y'all know that I'm a disregarded entity when it comes to what's going on in Dolton and Thornton politics. You know, they try to ignore what I say, and then all of a sudden somebody will probably say what I say, and then they run with it. You know, I'm just used to that type of stuff. But what ended up happening is that someone actually gave me some kudos for the information that I provided to you guys with the reference from the Illinois caucus. Okay, so shout out to I don't know her name right quick. I don't have it up, but shout out to her for even just, you know, just giving me acknowledgement that I'm not biased and that there's some information that everybody needs to look at. So from there started the hate train. It was over 103 comments of hate, unnecessary nonsense, talking about my character, talking about my mental health, talking about my nursing license, anything they can talk about, to the point that I felt that I was threatened by a Caucasian man. And that was when I really, really got upset. You know, so I decided to be the amazing me that I am, and you know, shine the light of the Christ consciousness and just walk away. We even had Miss Belcher came in and said something a little messy, but with that goes to say, I want to say this: stop the hate and be grown. Okay, I have mentioned a few times how serious this fight is getting, how hateful mistakes are happening, and giving this woman a little stance to stand on. And by people just going after other people who have a difference of opinion and being so vulgar and hateful and disgusting, that shows a lot about you, who you are. And is that who you support? The people who you support, who you think you're going bat for, you're making them look bad. Okay, they look like they're over heathens. They look like they're over cults, and that's not how politics are supposed to go. It's supposed to be freedom of speech and freedom to vote. So with that goes to say, this is why few people was confused, like, what is that? And I'm gonna tell you, it did upset me a little bit, but I already know what it is. Just stay focused on what I always do, and that's providing you guys with as much information as possible. So tonight we have an action-packed night. Okay, before I move on from that subject, I do want to talk to you guys about being careful online. This is not a joke. A lot of people take online as just being fantasy world, and they can just say and do anything they want to do. And that's not just in regards to my situation, as what we shared with you the other day when we had Miss Carver on. She expressed how people were so nasty towards her, even in the wake of her expressing her concerns for their livelihood in the midst of a killer cop. Okay, so I just want to remind you guys that you have to be careful of what you say about people. Make sure that you are not being so derogatory that they can bring a defamation case against you. Now, I'm not saying I'm bringing no defamation case against nobody. I don't even care about them that much, but I want you guys to realize that a lot of things that y'all say can be pursued in court. So let me just bring this up to you guys. If y'all don't know, I'm going to just go down to show y'all a timeline real quick, just something real quick. If you see who these people are, if you're into gossip as well as hip hop, you have two, what they call celebrities. You have Tasha K and you have Cardi B. As we know, if you don't know, Cardi B, which is a big star rapper, sued Tasha K and was granted $3 million. Okay. Tasha K is having a problem paying that. Okay. So what's happening is there's an update on that. And I just want you guys to be aware, because this set the tone off on YouTube for people to be sued, sent cease and desist and things like that. And when this happened, I was making videos about this and I stated to them that this would be a problem. So I want you guys to know, because there's a lot of people out there that makes these videos about other content creators, about Henyard, about other people, and feel that they may not have enough means to go after you. But this is what happened. So just a little update. Tasha K had tried to file bankruptcy, and I don't know if she did it in a timely manner, in which I think she did not, because when you have a judgment against you and then you file bankruptcy, it may not be proved valid. Okay, so what is alleged is that her bankruptcy is not valid right now, and Cardi B is going after her for this $3 million. So I just want you guys to be aware that you should be cautious of what you say, how you say it. So I try to provide as much facts as possible. And then you hear me say allegedly until I bring the facts. Okay. So I just wanted to remind my audience is that, because my audience is grown and sexy and mature. We know how to act. I'm not saying don't express yourself, but some things are not worth it. We are all, I think most of us is above 40. And I'll be having to remind people that, like, wait, I'm 41. Like, we're not about to do this with you. Okay. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. Now let's get to the topic. I want to send, first and foremost, a loving shout out to one of my favorite residents, and his name is Mr. Roberts. Yes. Let me put him on the screen. Most recently, I think they attend some type of Christmas party. I'm all nosy. I'll be creeping. So I saw this and it made my day. I don't want to play the music because I'm going to get copyright, but I do want y'all to see them. Get on down, Miss Roberts and Mr. Roberts. I want to say happy belated birthday to you, Mr. Roberts, and also happy belated anniversary. So everybody in the audience, just let Mr. Roberts know you love him, because he has been putting in a lot of work, and it's good to see him have some fun. This has been putting a lot of pressure on people, and the holiday season is coming where people, you celebrate. I want you guys to have fun. So let's play this real quick. Watch my man get down. Him and his girl, him and his wife. I do apologize. Now, I ain't playing the music. Look. Maybe I should play the music. Got them looking all crazy because they. Right in that home. All right. Shout out to Miss Alicia Nichols, okay, for sharing this. It really made my day. I just love to see people have fun and enjoy themselves, especially knowing what's going on. And that lady looks familiar too. I don't know her name, but I can remember seeing that lady in the Jedediah clip. So I wanted to share that with you guys just on a good note. Happy belated anniversary and birthday to Mr. Roberts and Mrs. Roberts. And again, I do pray that he runs for trustee. Dun, 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 dun. Now, today, guys, if this live don't go too long, I am planning to actually read the court case that has to do with Stephanie Weidman. Okay. I've been sitting on that court case for a while. I didn't find the significance of reading it yet until we got a moment. We know Stephanie Weidman is going for trustee, and the people are going to be scheduling a special meeting for that. So we're going to be looking forward to that. And I will hope that Mr. Roberts is trying too. But I'm always throwing him under the bus. But if we have a chance today, after going over everything that we're going to go over, some of the things that I told you, I'm going to get the facts behind. We're going to see who's in what position, who none messed up with Tiffany Henyard and all her shenanigans. We're going to get into the Stephanie Weidman court case. If we don't do it tonight, we will do it on Thursday. Okay. You know what we do here. We bring the facts. So when you meet these people, talk to these people, see these people, you'll have somewhat of a background of what they've been going through, how they are connected to Henyard and, that type of stuff. Because I'm over here. I got the blackboard out trying to connect all these names. Okay. So now he gave our shout out to one of our favorite residents. Also, this is another topic that's going to be coming up, guys. So I want you guys to keep your eyes out for it. And this is I want to make sure I make a correction. So this is in regards to the finance in Thornton Township. So I kept going between 2023, 2022 when I was talking about it. Remember, guys? So 2023 annual comprehensive financial report is up there for Thornton. It has been. I have it. I'll just show y'all real quick. We're going to be going over that in detail as well, coming up in the next, probably, I ain't going to tell y'all when, but we're going to do that. So this is actually a shout out to Thornton Township. Despite all of that, I'll be having good news for y'all. Despite all of the shenanigans and BS, news release, Government Finance Office Association. So this was actually this was 4/17/2024. So let me say this is not new news. This is from April 17, 2024. And this is going to highlight that report that we show and we go through. This is the report that they won the award for. And I think that's at the bottom of that report as well. So the Government Finance Office Association of the United States of Canada has awarded and certified an achievement of excellence in financial reporting in Thornton Townships for the annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year of February 28th, 2023. Okay. The report has been judged by an impartial panel to meet the high standards of the program, which includes demonstration of construction, spirit of full disclosure, to clearly communicate its financial story and motivate potential users and user guides. Okay. So this is what happened for 2023. They won an award, but a little birdie told me that the new audit that was submitted was not approved. Now, I'm going to get more information about that. When we go through this one, I should have some paper documents about that audit not being approved. But you remember the audit they were doing for the next year? Allegedly, it was not approved. So I'm going to find out more information about that. Their comprehensive report is available online. And I think this sound like deja vu to me, y'all. Okay, because I said this before. I remember going through this report. Okay, I got to go through my videos. I did so many videos on you guys, and I remember going through this. So we're going to go through it again once I get the definitive information about the new financial report being submitted and being denied, allegedly. Okay, so what I will highlight, that was for last year. Y'all ain't gonna. Now, that was one of those things those crazy people were saying this. I'm like, yeah, Tiffany supported, because I ain't biased. But Tiffany was up in there for 2023. So, and at time that report went in. So maybe it was because she was focused on Dolton taking all the Dolton money. You know what I'm saying? I did want to clarify something because someone did ask because and I did verify this, but Tiffany had contradicted herself in Thornton as far as saying that she was over the general assistance funds and she didn't have to tell nobody nothing. She do what she want to do, but now she can't move because nobody would approve anything. So the board meeting Township road wells account. Hold on one second. Let me find this. This is the Illinois compiled statute. This is township codes, okay, township boards. This is Article 80. Now I'm trying to go to the part where they talked about the general funds. Okay, this is where it says this is 60 Illinois CS. This is section 80-20, okay? Independent audits of accounts. So this is for you guys to know, okay? Okay, where's the facts? Here we go. Here we go. I'm not going to put them all in the description, but write it down, take a picture. All accounts audited under the article and those rejected, if any, shall be delivered with certification of the trustees or the majority of them to the township clerk, who shall keep them on file for inspection of any inhabitant of the town. Oh, we should freedom information request, the one that was denied. Okay, Mr. Roberts probably already on it. They shall also be produced by the town clerk at the next annual meeting and shall be read at the meeting by the clerk. So I wonder would they be addressing that? So it says the township that receives revenue of $850,000 or more during the fiscal year, exclusive of road fuel funds and township board, shall have an account and all records of the township thoroughly audited by a certified public accountant within 6 months after the close of the fiscal year. The close of the fiscal year was in April, so we are already past that. Remember they kept saying August and September it was due. The board shall have a copy of the accounting report and recommendation filed with the township clerk and other copies filed with the town clerk, county clerk for public inspection. Now, I think it was something about the general funds. That's what made me look into this. It says township that receive an annual less than $850,000 during the fiscal year, excluding the road funding, the township board shall have an account in all records of the township audit and inspected by the independent audit. Composed of 3 township electors chosen by a board. Okay, so I don't know what your actual income is, but either way, y'all supposed to have an audit done in 6 months. All right. The audit committee shall not contain any member of the township board. So whoever audited it cannot be part of the township board. Any person related to the trustees. I wonder who they got to do it. Members of the auditing committee shall be proficient in accounting principles and practices and shall be compensated at the rate determined by the township board not to exceed $50 per day. All right. This live is, this Mr. Roberts, hope you ain't partying tonight. So you check out those paperwork, okay? Because that accountant shouldn't be getting paid to exceed more than $50 per day. In addition to other audit requirements imposed by the law in the township subjected to this subsection. The township board shall have the account and all records of the township thoroughly audited by a certified public accountant within 6 months. Okay, we did that. But it was certification to claim of charges. All right, it was something about the general funds. But this is about okay, so what did it say? Certification to claim or charges. The township board shall make a certification to be signed by a majority of the board with specifying the nature of the claim or charges and to whom the amount is allowed. So this is why the trustees have grounds to do what they need to do to continue to deny Henyard if she's not bringing all of her information forward before she bring a bill. Okay, this is some of the laws that you guys should pay attention to. These are the laws that apply to you guys. And it was saying something about the verification of accounts. Verification account, the town board may require any account presented to be, okay. So it says verification of accounts. And this is his law. So it's all accounts. The township board may require any account presented to be verified by the affidavit setting forth that the account is correct and reasonable and is unpaid. If any part of the account has been paid, setting forth the amount that has been paid. All right, so basically they're supposed to have full closure on any counts and they should be able to verify it. But I'm trying to get to it was talking about it was a section about the general funds, I remember. That basically you guys and the trustees, no matter what, if the supervisor is over it, you guys have the right to get it audited. That's why and then you have to vote. You have to vote on the spending of it. That is the law. So when we go back into these accounts, I'm gonna pull it back up. I had it under here, supervisor and highway commissions. Let me see this. Is this it? I think this is it. This was the first paragraph I try to overlook. All right. It says the township board shall, at the same time in place, as stated in section 80-10, examine the accounts of the supervisor. That's what it is. Okay. Of the supervisor, including all contingent expenses necessary incurred for the use and benefit of the township, including the supervisor's accounts as supervisor of the general assistants. Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up. That was actually what I wanted to bring up right there. And the commissioners of the highway of township for all of the monies received and distributed. So basically, when you were asking, because she talked out of two sides of her mouth, Miss Henyard, where she said, yeah, I don't have to show y'all nothing. I'm doing you a favor by showing you this account. She can't do anything. She can't do nothing without them. That's why she's so damn pressed. Okay. So please rewind, write that law down, write it in a letter to your board members, to the commissioner, wherever you need to reference it. Okay. We're going to go into a little bit what has been going on with the caucus, and we're going to reiterate some things that we have been talking about. Again, I'm going to have the reference for you guys. It's going to be on the screen, and we're going to go through it one by one. But before we do that, sorry, y'all, something happened. Okay, so I was made up to date from one of my favorite residents. What is wrong with this? Hey, they keep blinking on me. All right, Tiffany got a plan. Now, I don't know if this plan is going to work, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. All right, so here we go. This is a post put up by Patina. I do apologize. Patina Page, shout out to you. This is her post that's in Dolton Politics. And basically, it looked like Tiffany got a new team. Miss Tiff looked like she got a new team. She got something coming up her sleeves or something that we need to be aware of, okay? I think that she maybe believes she can run for independent, and we're going to talk about that on possible ways of how she can run independent. At this point, from my research that we're going to show you today, I don't think that she can run independent, but if this stuff is overturned, and what I mean is the caucus is overturned, then she'll have game to run independent. So these are some of the names. Hold up. Let me put it on the screen this way, because I think I could zoom in. There we go. So this was, I got to get the exact date because I got a screenshot and I didn't get a chance to go over it and look myself. Where are we? Hold on, y'all. Okay. I do apologize. I got a few things up. I got a lot up on my screen. I'm about to start taking them down so I don't get confused. All right, cool. So right here, we see, I'm going to zoom it up. This looks like she has a new slate or something. Is this the one? I got so many pictures showing. Hold on, guys. When you do research, sometimes you be having too many. I'll be having too many windows up. All right, here we go. Thank you for your patience. Tiffany Henyard for mayor. So this is Dolton. So this is for Dolton. This is her trustee. She has 3 trustees up there. We're going to be doing research on these people. Miss Vanessa Wiscow, Jocelyn King, Tanika Hughes for clerk, trustee Linda Terrell. All right, it says, finding common ground, resisting, what is it, civility? fiscal responsibility and working together. I do apologize. It looked really small in the cursive. I didn't understand what they're trying to say. So for a yard sign, volunteer, or voter registration, they have to contact the real TiffanyHenyard.com, and we're going to be going through that, not tonight, but we went through her campaign website. We're going to be going through that because we're going to be doing Tiffany versus House, okay, websites. You know what I'm saying? Even though somebody probably else do it, but y'all know y'all like to do it with Grace Levi. I do it a little bit different. Now, this is what she's doing for Dolton. Remember that. We got to keep our eyes open on what's going on here. Now, again, I have to ask the residents, why haven't you contest Tiffany for mayor? Why is it all these other contestants contesting going on, and she hasn't been contested? Remember, tomorrow the 16th, you're going to have Ms. Jordan and all of the other candidates that were already contested going a round 2, where they should be presenting evidence tomorrow. Now, I may not be able to be live when they do that because I have a meeting during the daytime, and then it's supposed to be another board meeting or something. It's a few things going on for Monday and Tuesday. Just know that I'm going to try my best to stream for both of them and restream for the contestant, because we watch that. We watch some of the things that they contest for, and I want to give you a heads up. I did look that up, and I will show you the law. But 2 things I have to highlight. The clerk has a responsibility. I did release a video a little while ago, I think last weekend, that highlight. It was leak audio of Miss Jordan, and she complained about how the clerk handled her contesting. She got back to her late. She didn't at the last minute. And, I don't think she had to scramble, but this was a tactic, I think, that they take to throw people off. And it seemed like that clerk was a little bit nervous because, according to the law, the clerk has the duty to notify any nomination and any nominant of any required documents. Also, the required documents that was missing from some of the people who was contested, or they wasn't signed right, which is the statement of economic interest. That is a must. Y'all remember I asked, I was like, do they have to do that? I don't remember it, but I re-looked it up, and they do have to submit it. Now, y'all remember Nate Fells, he was like, I got mine. And they like, wait, it's not today. Hold your evidence. So we're going to see if Nate Fells have his paperwork together. I pray that he comes there with a lawyer tomorrow, Nate. And also we're going to, update you on Miss Jordan and what goes on in Dolton. Okay, so I wanted to give y'all a heads up about that. That's just some things that we clarifying. But when I get to the article, because this is what I just stated, I'm going to show you the law or where it's at, and then y'all going to be able to look at it. Because people like somebody who was in authority, and I'm going to call her out there, Miss Belcher, tell me, where's the receipts? Watch my long videos, baby. This is what I do. I love researching. I just love it. So don't ask me for the receipts. I'll put that term paper together and get an A+. Okay. So you ask for it, baby, you gonna get it. Now let's move forward. And that's no love loss. It is what it is. People want to say what they want to say, but I just think that, challenge. Now let's go to this. This is, it says Henyard, Figs, and Wilson form political clique. Now, this was sent to me by my favorite resident. Now, it says December 1st, 2024. And it starts off the branch from this post. So I had to look into it. I told you, it's so much going on. They keep me busy here. Keep me busy. If you like what I report, the information I keep y'all up to date with, please hit the like button. Once I get to the next set of information, I'm gonna go to the comments, because y'all know I'll be having this segment set up like I gotta keep flowing, but I'm gonna get to the comments and then we're gonna double back. Okay, guys, y'all know I'm gonna put them on the screen and everything. So allegedly, Tiffany is doing some things in the background. We're on top of, we're gonna talk about this lawsuit thing. Don't worry, Grace Levi gonna get to that too. But it says 3 of the Southland's most notorious political figures have form a political triage which seeks to serve their own agenda instead of the people they are supposed to serve. Dolton Mayor, Township Supervisor Tiffany Clerk, Calumet City Clerk Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, Calumet City Clerk, Calumet City Alderwoman Monet Wilson are in cahoots as they work for each other's campaign, running candidates and exchanging political money. Ooh, see, remember? So, with that statement of economic interest, there is follow-up information that they are supposed to continue to submit, guys. So y'all can request this to see what's going on between these three ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be creeping with my nosy self. Let's put the daggone article up there. Gotta have me make a billboard with everybody's name. I'm gonna connect all y'all names. They're gonna be like, oh my God. Yep, I'm gonna figure out who all y'all connected to. Now we got two more ladies to add to this. All right, so Henyard, Figs, and Wilson. Wilson is a common name. All right, everybody who named Wilson, like Wilson, not related to that person. All right. Three of the Southland most notorious political figures has formed a political triage which seek to serve their own agendas instead of the people they are supposed to serve. Dalton Mayor, well, that's the beginning. Okay, so at the center of the group is the embattled Tiffany Henyard, who has made a national fame for her by spending millions of taxpayer dollar money on herself. Reports show taxpayers are being billed for first-class trips, motorcycles, designer clothes, and meals, while both of the Dolton and Thornton Township budgets are in shortfall. Figs and Williams are not sloths when it comes to consuming taxpayers' dollars. Wilson took over $250,000 from the federal PPP loan program. Oh, you're going to jail. Yeah, she's going to jail. Oh, no, she's going to jail. I'm just going to let y'all know this. That girl, I don't know who she is, but there has been a slew of people who have been getting in trouble for PPP loans. There was even a police / mayor / whatever she had, all these political spots up here in Georgia. She just got convicted, going to jail. I told people, don't do that PPP loan. I signed up, and they was like, you could just put anything on the paper. That I said, hell no. When I signed up, they said I get $400. I said, shit, I don't even want it. I'm scared of that $400. Oh, she going to jail. Don't worry. I'm not putting that on Ms. Wilson. That's just a fact. If y'all don't see that coming in y'all feeds, go TikTok it. Them people crying. The feds is showing up at their door. Okay? One girl, because I got distracted. One girl, she showed herself shopping on TikTok talking about, me spending my PPP money, me going to jail. Laughing and joking a year ago. And when they showed up, she did an update on her TikTok. Crying. Okay, so don't worry about this Wilson lady. Okay, she's going to jail. Figs rank. So let's move on to Figs. Figs rank in over $130,000 per year in salary plus expenses from a part-time job. She took $21,000 from the PP loan program too. See, it's not about you could pay it back. It's about you actually doing fraudulent paperwork. Oh, that's why I told you guys, y'all don't. Oh my God, it gets better all the time. Do you really have to do something to Tiffany Crooked? Do you really got to do something to her crooked when she just a crooked Joe? She's just a crooked Joe. This lady is crazy. So the three are often seen in public together, laughing it up at events and enjoying meals. According to the Illinois State Board of Elections, they exchange political monies towards each other's other campaigns. So somebody's been Freedom of Information, the Illinois State Board of Elections. See, y'all, that's all you had to do too, residents. Okay, I'm trying not to be that nosy. Good gosh. So in the last election cycle, Henyard ran candidate Gloria White and lavished on her was designer services from Henyard's taxpayers funded stylists and plenty of campaign money. Right. White disguised herself by lying outright and repeatedly in the church, denying her ties to Henyard. So Gloria White, like, I don't want to have nothing to do with Henyard. I got to keep this article so I could go look at these people to see what's going on. Okay. So it says, and that's the same thing that Dixmoor mayor probably trying to do right now, knowing he got some connection to Henyard. But we're going to get to that. Okay. So, foot soldier Figs and Wilson work to elect. Whites going door to door in the second ward and running a program to register new voters to turn R for Henyard's candidates. Okay, so the trio of Henyard, Figs, and Wilson have in common a clear willingness to exploit the public trust instead of responsibly serving the people of our community. That kind of self-interest has no place in local government, and they need to be rejected. So she got a team flare. I'm telling you, they going to jail. They going to jail. Yes, they are. Y'all shouldn't even be worried about this. I'm glad to shout out to my favorite residents for sharing this with me. This made my night. Them just go. Excuse me. Sorry. They're going to jail for that. Oh, you know when you be glad that you listen to your intuition because everybody around you was so successful doing their thing, spending millions of dollars up in the ATL, like woo, woo, woo. And me and ATL with my little sidecar, like, please join my program. Please join my program. And now a year later, everybody going to jail except for me and my program's soaring. That's what you do. Stay diligent. Stay right. Okay. Being righteous and being by yourself is not bad. I'm telling you guys, that made me smile because I used to be back here looking at Jay Morris and all of them. I done met Jay Morris. Y'all know Jay Morris, a few of these big time people in the land. I met a lot of them over there looking at me and I'm looking at them as laundering money. Okay. That's why y'all see me on this one ass, right? Because I'm a goody goody. I don't like it. Okay. Shout out to Miss Sharp. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Miss Sniffer, hope you're having a good weekend. Yes, it's much better. Saturday was a little rough. You know what, y'all? Because I'll be acting like I'm so strong, and I am. But I was a little bit upset of all them black women trying to get at me being so ignorant. I was just like, I couldn't even believe it. But anyway, I prayed on it, and the Spirit of the Lord made me happy. Thank you. Watch Mr. Roberts, a.k.a. Mr. Happy Feet. Yes, that was so nice. Didn't that make your day? I don't know. I like to see them. Lock her up. So, wait. And they got to lock those other two up. We're going to keep our eye on those two. That made my day. Once I see PPP loan, and I was, you know what? Y'all know I looked up Henyard for PPP loan. She didn't do it. I looked it up. Because I was like, ooh, she did it. She going to jail, y'all. But I looked, no. She was just taking the money from the taxpayers. She missed the deadline to be on the independent candidate. I don't have the deadline tonight, but if you have that reference, send it to me so I can verify, okay? Here we go. Hintard list. Yep, all of her freaking goons. Election board hearing is the 17th. Election board hearing. What election board hearing? The one that, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, John? Huh? What election board hearing? For the situation? Come on, clear it up for me. I know tomorrow is definitely the contest hearing in Dolton and Thornton. It's the 16th. And then the 17th is supposed to be another meeting. I know it's supposed to be something special going on. Don't worry, I'll catch up. T-Phony. Now, when you were saying that, you, Martin, shout out to you. You be putting T-Phony. I was like, what is that? T-Phony thinks she is cuter than what she really is. Listen, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Okay. What is the statute of the police station? What is the status of the police station in Dolton? As far as what? Their credentials? Because I haven't went down that yellow brick road yet. I don't think they want me to do that. I've been really holding off. Is that what you're talking about? Because I've been taking names and saying, yeah. Just let me know. What we're about to do now. So I gave you an update on that. We have Tiffany and her new Cody's with the PPP loan. They're gonna be going to jail. They're going to jail. Ooh, it made my day. Okay. So let's talk about some of the things that we were talking about when it came to this caucus, okay? We know that there's been a lot of questions about the rules and regulation of the caucus. I cannot go over the caucus one more time. I did 3 different videos and I kind of overlapped the same information where I went over the procedures, what we were supposed to expect, what was the voters' rights, how the voters are supposed to be registered, ID checked, and cross-referenced. all of the things I went through. So some of it we're going to reiterate, but we're just going to get into some of the things that we did not clarify. Okay. Does that make sense? So today's going to be take a look. It's in the book. Reading Rainbow. Shut up. That's my favorite. That was my favorite show. Okay. All right. So this one is one of the questions that people was asking a long time ago as far as incompatible offices. So this was something that I found a while ago, and I shared it on my live. We were going off, and it says, this is a secondary resource, which is from a law firm or a law practice that educates. So this is not a first resource that comes directly from the law we're going to show you later on. So I want y'all to understand the resources that I'll show you. Because somebody said, where's the receipts? I'm going to show you where's the receipts, and I'm going to show you what the level of receipts are. So this is a secondary level of receipts. So this is the Doctrine of Incompatible Office. So we know that they tried to get Tiffany out before with that, and it didn't work. But I think it was just the way that it was filed. I didn't get a chance to read it, but there was another content creator, and I really like his content. He is not a Dolton junkie like us. He's actually a financial advisor in a legal a lawyer, and he did a video on it. I'm just going to show y'all who he is because I got to give a shout out to him. And he read the lawsuit, and he kind of showed the blunder in the lawsuit. I didn't get to see it, but I'm gonna see it, and then I'm gonna put it in our community page. But this was Tiffany Henyard lawsuit against Napoleon Harris exposed. This was the one. He has the actual copy of the lawsuit, and I've been having a problem making your lawsuit because stupid Cook County, they freaking filing thing. Like, you got to be a lawyer. So it's so hard to get the full read. So I am trying to, but he has the full read of this first filing. If you have not seen it, please watch it. He is actually a lawyer, and he's pretty much saying the same thing that I'm saying, but he got a chance to read it. So by some of the things that he read in the filings and what I'm going to show you today, you're going to understand why Tiffany may get a redo. Seriously. Okay. So I want you guys to look at his video. And his name is Debt Free Dad Attorney Reaction. That's who he is. Debt Free Dad Attorney Reaction. I'm going to put his link in the description. In the comments. So you guys could keep it, check it out later and listen to what he has to say, and then cross-reference it to what we going through today. Okay. We bringing the receipts. Now, I like this guy, and he don't talk about, he don't OD. He don't talk about Dolton. He talks about everything. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you. And now just remember, he did the first lawsuit where Henyard actually prevailed with the holding two offices. Okay. So when I read that and when I listen to it, I'll get more of an understanding of their blunder, but I know they made a filing blunder of the way that they presented their case. So now the Doctrine of Incompatible Office. The Doctrine of Incompatible Office is a legal doctrine, a set of rules developed over time through case law. So these were through law cases, like people who have sued. So have settled lawsuits. Like, for instance, what I just told you about the Cardi B and Tasha K, that is going to create case law. So now that's why you have other people pursuing other content creators for defamation and people. Do you see what I'm saying? So this Doctrine of Incompatibility was based on case law, not an actual law, but case law. So it created precedents and the attorney general opinion. Now, opinion after a case is basically a specialist, like a judge or attorney general, that will write an opinion on it, and it becomes part of the law that supports it. It gives more insight. Does that make sense? So that's like a level 2 of reference right under a statute in the law. Does that make sense? Okay, these are things you need to know, because when you go to court, you can use a general attorney opinion and case law to represent yourself, to have back behind what you're saying. And that's what Tiffany Henyard is going to do. Okay, I'm just letting you know. So this case law in general opinion that prohibits an individual for simultaneously holding two offices that are considered incompatible with one another. Offices are incompatible when, by their nature and duty, it seems improper for the public policy standpoint for one person to simultaneously serve in both. There are also times when statutory election rules step in and prevent elected officials from running for another elected position. Okay? So that is what I was highlighting. I was like, okay, now that opens the door for the election committee, which is Napoleon them, to come up with a law that can say you can't run for two offices, in which they did. But I found something. That's why Tiffany got a case. Okay, I found something. So it says, determine whether the doctrine applies requires two-part analysis. Are both positions offices are opposed to the employee position? And if they are, of these offices incompatible with one another? So are they opposite in position, or if they basically incompatible because they kind of coincide with each other? And that's what I was thinking about the supervisor position and the mayor position. It should have been incompatible. That's what I really believe. That's why I think that it was something wrong with the way they pursued the case. Whatever was their foundation, that's going to make them lose the case. Like, for instance, if you be like, my husband cheated on me, and you just be like, oh, the reason why I know he cheated on me is because he come home at 12 o'clock. That is not enough evidence. But if you have another type of evidence that say, oh, because I found some credit cards and some pictures, that's evidence. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can't give a roundabout when it comes to bringing forth evidence. It has to be very direct. Does that make sense? So I don't know how that was written up, but something wasn't right. Now we're going to go to collaborate NCSL. NCSL. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I have that so I could give you this organization name. You know my nerves. This is the National. Don't beat my butt. Strategically, don't beat my butt. Hold on one second. I want to make sure I got the right name for you guys, because they got an acronym and I can't remember all these stupid acronyms. National Conference of State Legislators. Okay, yes. Whew, Jesus. I be in too many fields. I'm like, what the hell does this acronym means? Okay, so this is the National Conference of State Legislators. And here, this is just like I'm going to say a third resource, but they're the legislators. So this is just a reference to this dual office holding restrictions. Okay, now we're going to talk about dual office holding restrictions. This is in regards to Tiffany Henyard running for two offices at the same time. Here, this is state by state reference. So we're going to start here. And according to this reference, the only thing that's restricted in Illinois as of right now when it comes to holding two offices, the only thing that's restricted, I want you to listen. No member of the General Assembly shall receive compensation as a public officer or employee from other governmental entities for times during which he is in attendance as a member of the General Assembly. That's what it says. That's just the start. So I'm like, okay, what are we doing on a county level? You know, like, what is it? What's going on here? All right. This is a guideline to qualify for two different offices on the same ballot. We're going to go to this document. It is not law. This is a reference that I found. I want you guys to, cross-reference, always double check anything that I share with you or anybody else share with you. Now, I'm trying to remember, who the hell did this? Why is the reference? Who is that? Why is it not trademark? I know this is Illinois. Hold on. County legislation. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure that because I don't want to throw y'all off. Hold on one second. That's one thing that I won't do. I'm pretty sure this is Illinois, but I'm gonna bring it up. And if it's not, then I'll concede and let you guys know, because I remember when I pulled this reference up, I did it like 3 times, but I should have put the source down. But it like took me to a PDF, and the PDFs don't have the daggone source. So this is a guideline to qualify for 2 different offices on the same ballot. This is the same ballot. Okay. This is on the same ballot, but hers is separate. So this is 2 federal offices, 2 state offices, 2 county offices, and municipal offices. So let's go to the county. That's what I was looking at. So it says you cannot run for 2 constitutional county offices or 2 countywide offices or district-based office that have countywide districts. So Dolton doesn't have a countywide district. So if it was like she was doing 2 different counties, she wouldn't be able to do that. So that doesn't knock her out the box. No candidate, whether independent or represented by the political party, may be permitted to submit and have accepted by any election commission more than 1 qualified petition or otherwise qualified a nominee and qualified be nominee, and have such candidate name where it appears on the ballot for any election primary where such candidate is attempting to be qualified for the nomination or election. More than 1 constitutional county office described. So basically they can't do 2 counties at the same time. Okay. It did not say that she couldn't do the mayor and do Thornton Township together. Okay. County legislative body, no person elected or appointed to fill the office for county mayor, sheriff, trustee, registered county clerk, assessor of property, or any other county wide office filed by voters of the people or the county legislature shall also be nominated for elected to membership in the county legislative body. So basically, if you're appointed as mayor at this point, mayor, she can't be if she's mayor right now, she can't be nominated to be a committee man. She can't be nominated to be a senate. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. Certain things you can't be nominated for. County employees can run for a county commissioner. So that is a little bit about what she can and cannot do. It did not say that she cannot run for mayor and supervisor at the same time. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to find out, like, what is the law? There's some more. Let's keep this going, because I want the family to be informed, give you factual information. And a lot of these resources, that's firsthand resources, not like the stuff that I showed you was Facebook posts, things, anything that had to do with firsthand resources and law is going to be under this description by the morning. Y'all know at nighttime after this, I'll be wiped the hell out. So I do. All right. So this is what I want to get to. Nomination of candidates. This is one of the things. Now, I know people kept saying something about Tiffany handing her paper for nomination. She handed her paper for nomination. According to the caucus procedures, because we went over this so many times, but it was just some things that I may have overlooked and we didn't go deep into. Why does it look like that? I hate it. It should be bigger. Let me see. Can I get it bigger for you guys? I don't think so. This page sucketh. All right. So I'm going to go down to caucus procedures and I'm going to go to section E. So caucus procedures, you can see this is 60 Illinois CS. This is Article 45. And now I had a Levi family member put the law in there, the other live, and this is what we have referenced. So he does know this handbook, and this is, the law reference, and you should too. This is nominations of candidate for township office. According to the procedures, if you go down to caucus procedures section E, they talk about the results, multicultural, validation of nomination paper. That's a waste of time. Oh, hold on. validation of nomination. That's that. I say that's a waste of time because I don't know what happened down at that caucus. Y'all ain't had no papers filled. Y'all was just like, y'all was over there youping and yelling. Y'all know I got jokes. All right, so this is the section we're going to get into caucus procedures that we went over. This is 60 receipts 60 Illinois CS 1/45-50 caucus procedures. Okay, this is for the people who ask. Now let's get down to E. In E, we see voter participation. Hold on one second. E. Right here. Now, y'all was saying something about Tiffany having a hand in a paper before she did. According to the law, it says no candidate for nomination at the township or multi-caucus shall be required to enter of the following: circulate and file nomination petition to be a candidate at a caucus. So if they made her do it, and that was part of the rules, that is against the procedures. I could walk in a caucus and be there and be a resident, and somebody like, hey, I love Grace Levi. She's been, doing what she's supposed to do. I'm part of your town. I want to nominate her. There's no requirement that something had to be put in. It was all this argument about, she put in her thing. It wasn't a full slate. She put it. That's against the law if they made her do that. This is why I said Tiffany got a case, and they may overturn this or ask for a redo. Because even that right there, to say that it was a requirement according to the rules that were put in place by the committee on the 23rd that allegedly was not presented to all of the nominee or the people who was interested, it had to be approved the day of the caucus, as I went over so many times. You were supposed to vote, guys. You were supposed to vote. There's some things. So, okay, before I get to that. So y'all see me here. I got the receipts. I'm over there. Y'all maybe keep going over stuff, but I like it because y'all gonna need to hear it. Once y'all keep hearing it, y'all gonna know it. Ain't nobody gonna tell y'all different. Y'all gonna look for the law. Y'all gonna be like 60 dash. See, I'm just playing. All right. So the caucus procedures. Okay, exactly. Now let's get to what you were saying about the independent. You are 100% right, and this is what I'm saying. If she doesn't get this thing overturned, let's go to this caucus procedure section C. So we was at E. Let's go with individual petitions. Okay. Okay, is this C? Individuals participate. Okay, yeah, I think that's C. Okay. Now, in the, you are right. Let's get back to the audience who said that. Who said that? That she can't go as independent? Where you at? I had to put my reading glasses on now. I knew I brought my glasses just in case. I got my comfortable stuff, and I'm like, just stuff getting all blurry for my ass. I found this. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, John. I appreciate it. You are 100% right. Oh, well, I'm not, as far as the deadline, we're going to look at that. But when you talk about the independent candidates, she can't really run for an independent candidate if she's already part of the Democrat body. Does that make sense? Individual participating at an established political party, township, or multi-township caucus shall comply with each of the following. A participant shall be registered under the article. So that's the registration that I told y'all. You see what I'm saying? The participant can turn into the nominee. Does that make sense? So the participant shall register within the territory. We go through that. On number 6, it says, a participant shall not become an independent candidate or a candidate of another established political party of a new political party for the same election. Dun, 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 dun. So if she doesn't get this overturned, that means she cannot go as an independent because she's already, I don't know what is the registration process for them to know that she's a Democratic elected official, but she was that for the last election. And then she showed up at this one. So if this not overturned, she can't go in as independent, but she can't get written in. Her people can write her in. Why she can be written in? Because there's a law right now that the Democrats had tried to use that is going to backfire in their face. They try to use this law that was used against them. Let's get into this now. Full slate. All right, you got to have a full slate. You got to have a full slate. First and foremost, that was a rule that was put on by the committee and was not approved by you, the people. According to what I have researched, it is against Illinois law to make a candidate have to have a full slate no matter what. And this is because the Democrats was mad at the Republicans at one point for doing the same damn thing. Basically, what will happen is that they won't have a full slate, and then all of a sudden, the other person will have somebody as, let's say, a commissioner, and then the Republican have a commissioner. I'm just throwing something out there. And the Democrats the Republicans won't have a commissioner on their ballot. So the Republicans, the Republicans won't have a commissioner. I'm just throwing something out there. And then you have the Democrats who do. And then just before the election, the Republicans will put a full slate down and just add somebody to it, which consists of a full slate. And they was trying to make it mandated. So this became an issue. So it says victory for voters' rights upheld. Illinois Supreme Court rule leaves lower court order in place, blocking Governor Pritzker mid-election anti-slate rule change. Okay, so this was August 2024. The Illinois State Supreme Court issued a decision leaving in place a lower court rule that blocked a change in the state election law, which would have kept 14 candidates off of the ballot in 2014 general election. On May 3rd, Governor Pritzker signed new anti-slate legislation into law, changing the rules from ballot association in the middle of the election cycle. So it don't have to be a ballot association for you to get on the slate. So PA 103-0586 receipts. Okay, y'all can look that up. Was introduced to the General Assembly through a controversial gut and replace maneuver and signed into law less than 2 days after the first appearance. The new legislation ended the practice of slates, through which politician parties could nominate or slate a candidate for General Assembly to appear on the general election ballot if no one had ran in the primary. So basically, like I said, when nobody ran in the primary, all of a sudden they just throw somebody on the ballot. They're like, no, that's cheating. So it seems weird because they didn't want the Republicans to do it, but the Democrats doing it now. And they did it to their own damn people. Tiffany is your people. Everybody who was standing there back and forth and looking at all crazy, that was y'all. That was your girl. That was your friend at one point. Y'all the one that was campaigning last year to get her. I'm just being honest. So this is why Tiffany is saying for them to even put the full slate into their bylaws for the commissioner board to make that's against the law. That's what they was hinting. Does that make sense? It's against the law. So you remember when she said the rules that not her, it was Solomon. He said the rules that he put in was like, he was kind of hinting to him like it's illegal, the things that they put in. So the full slate was illegal. And if they require her to put a pre-petition in to be nominated, was illegal. I showed y'all the reference. Does that make sense? Tell me, am I off? This is another article, and I'm going to get to y'all comments about voter suppression in Illinois. They've been fighting this because it seemed like somebody been trying to take y'all voters' rights right below your eyes. But today we're going to make sure that this don't happen again. We're going to let y'all see what's going on. So how Illinois voters could hobble voter suppression efforts forever. Nothing is more essential in a democratic government than the right to vote. As the Supreme Court explained more than a century ago, the right to cast a ballot is prevalent of all rights. Pervasive of all rights. I do apologize. And yet the Constitution contains no explicit right to vote, although it does not contain certain limited protections for this right. So right here it says no person shall be denied the right to register, to vote, or to cast a ballot in the election based on race, color, ethnicity, status, as a member of a league, minority, national origin, religion, sex, sexual orientation, or income. Okay, so I'm putting this up there because there is I go to the next law because I'm gonna have to break this. I'm gonna have to break this down because there's a thing called voter suppression. Okay, there's laws and there's certain things, and this is why I think that they done fucked up Napoleon too, because you signed that you were supposed to be ethical in this. You signed a document according to the law that I'm going to bring up to you guys. And here you go. Sorry, Mr. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to the comments before we go show you the law. It's going to be off of Justia USA Law 2023 Illinois compiled statute chapter 10 election code. We're going to get into that. Okay. And this is why I say he not fucked up. Now I said all this good stuff at the beginning talking about Tiffany going to jail and her cold D's. But you not messed up, Napoleon. Okay? For real. Like, it's just not necessary. Let me read your comments. What is that? Okay, so, okay. Sorry, Mr. Roberts, I spelled your name. Oh, okay. It's, okay. It says, it's how you pronunciate it, and lawsuit is rumored to be nullified. Okay, so basically what rumored, not nullified and voided. No, not nullified. The judge didn't nullify nothing. They retracted it, the lawsuit, and allegedly they're going to refile it because of this. This is what I meant to show y'all too. Thank you for reminding me. Shout out to my favorite residents who always keep me up to date. This is why the lawsuit is supposed to be nullified. Thank you so much, because that's what it's supposed to get into as well. All right, so right here is a document that allegedly is signed by, let's pull it off. I call him Fitzpatrick, but that's not his name. Fitzgerald, because I know a Fitzpatrick, Robert Fitzgerald, and that is supposed to be the mayor of Dixmoor. Now, what I'm seeing here is this sworn affidavit may, because I can't verify, but I think that's the affidavit that Tiffany was telling people to sign in that first news broadcast. Why I say that, because it looked like she was in a school auditorium and it was just terrible. The one where Kamal was being aggressive towards the reporter. She said directly, anyone who was there, I need you to sign an affidavit in the back telling the time that you got there, and we got a notary in the back. This is this document to me. In my opinion, I think that Robert Fitzgerald went and signed this paper, but he may not want to have been part of the lawsuit. He may have hinted it, said something, but she probably took it upon herself to say, hey, yep, you're going to be part of it, this, that, and the third. But what ended up happening is that she has to retract it. Again, as mentioned by the lawyer that I put in the description, that gentleman don't have nothing to do with Thornton Henyard. He's not part of none of this nonsense. He says that it can be retracted and amended, just like I said. So it just has to take Fitzpatrick. I keep calling him Fitzgerald. I know Fitzgerald off. And what will happen is, because this is a sworn statement by a notary, the only way that this would be invalid if the notary was, one, expired, a fake notary, or the document is forged. No one can verify that unless we get a signature and an analysis done or comparisons. And the only way that Tiffany will be pursued for doing a false document like this is by the election board. Not the election board. I do apologize, by the attorney general for filing these type of false like paperwork, and her being a public official. And that has to be after an investigation was done. And they'll have to compare and contrast and talk to that. It'll be a whole damn thing. So I don't think you guys need to get too worked up about this, because what she's going to end up doing is refile the lawsuit, and then she's going to subpoena Fitzgerald. That's it. As I mentioned, you can be a good witness or a hostile witness, but you will be a witness if you saw something. And if you lie, you could be held in contempt. So that is it. It's not withdrawn because I don't think she thinks she's going to lose. I promise you that. Tiffany is going to keep trying. because once she gets it withdrawn, if she gets it withdrawn and they do a redo, she can go in as an independent and she don't have to attend that caucus or participate. That's what I'm thinking. But then we still have to verify. That's what I'm thinking by the way the laws are set up. So it says the police station, do they have a police chief now or are they still without a police chief? They are still without a police chief. From the last time that we updated you guys, they had to get the Illinois State Police to basically enforce that man had to get out. Mr. Berg, they say take his gun. He's not certified. It did not work, Henyard. Whatever you tried to tension to us did not work. And like I said, as I mentioned, that judge, Thaddeus Wilson, that's his name. I think that's his name because I think I remember because I was mad at him and he got the same name as my baby girl. I say he must like Henyard because he did everything in his power to allow passively for Henyard to get what she want and have Berg in there. And she got Lockett. She still got Lockett. And she have Solomon. She have him. He is there. He's sitting right next to her. So I don't understand if the judge didn't approve it. How the hell is he right there by her? That's what I'm trying to figure out myself. Just don't make no sense. How you doing, Miss Ingram? Blessings. I remember your name. I do believe you're a resident, so that's why you stand out to me. Most of the people I know who residents that really, really stand out, and the people who are active. Blessing. I was watching on my TV while eating. Yes, I like him and Nate the lawyer. Yes, they be just like, I be trying to get that even tone, which I know I'm a little, but I still got the work. I got the knowledge, but I'm just a hood scholar. Okay. And I think too, because I've been forced to be so serious throughout all my careers and all my practices that when I got online, I just was like, okay, 2 guns up. You know, I was put the middle fingers up, you know, just let it out. So anyway, moving forward, that's why people can't gauge me because they take me as a joke. But then when I come out, it's like daggers. Somebody called me Kung Fu Panda. Cute but dangerous. Okay. That which got multiple cases against her. Henyard, yep, and more coming. Oh, also, I do want to inform y'all of something. This was something that was supposed to be updated before I got into we're gonna get into the election code last. Obviously, we want hour into this, so I don't think that I'm going to read the Wiedemann case, but I'm going to read it on Thursday because it's a 14-page. Now, y'all know I ain't got that much energy. My mouth already dry, but we are going to read it so you guys can learn a little bit about her. So, yeah, she got multiple cases against her. The first day of the candidates to file for candidacy was November 12th to 18th. They still got time. Yeah, that's why they're doing the hearing tomorrow. So they still got to the 18th. So you're 100% right. Thank you for putting that deadline up because it is in the caucus handbook. And that was one thing that I was supposed to follow up with. So thank you. I was like, somebody asked me, like, what's the next step? I was like, well, I'm going to look. Just take one step at a time. So it is between the 12th and the 18th. That's why tomorrow they're having the hearings for the candidates who was challenged so they could get everything up in the system correctly, allegedly on time. I found most of the same things you found. Thank you, Miss Ingram. You are the shit. That's what I'm talking about. A resident's doing your due diligence. That's all I care about. It's just do your thing. I love you, girl. Thank you. And if you find anything that I can find, send it to me. You know what I'm saying? We educate all the people. Be educating. Sounding like Tiffany. I'm just playing. I got jokes. No, Tiffany decided to pass them out since November. She stated it was big bingo. What are you talking about? Tell me what you're talking about because, you know, I'm going back in the statements of what y'all saying. We're going to move forward. You're welcome. You're welcome for the clarification on whatever I did clarify. And y'all know if y'all just go back and look at the references. That's why she recalled the lawsuit. Yep, because she's just crazy. But I think he said it. He just was like, fuck this heat about to come down. I am not beat. I knew somebody from Dixmoor. She was like, what the fuck? Start cracking up. She was like, we don't have nothing to do with this shit. I was like, baby, something going on. All right. What does this say? Last comment. Oh, it's more. Then before we get to it, it's Fitzgerald Roberts. Thank you. Y'all know I'll be dissecting people's name. I apologize. Don't take it to offense. That's why I had one of those stalker women was mad at me because she was like, I don't remember all my patients' names, but it'd be so hard. It really do. I meet so many different people. So I thank you so much. So usually I'll do association and I know a Fitzpatrick. So that's the first thing that popped in my head, like Fitzpatrick, but it's Fitzgerald. So you're 100% right. Thank you, Doug. I don't mind being corrected. She will probably refile it again tomorrow with his name omitted. Yep, exactly. So it was another thing that I wanted to okay, this is what she was saying. She was telling them in Big Bingo to sign the papers in the back of the video. We got that video. We put it there. Go tell. Find out how much she charges from them bingo cards. They should not be more than 50 cents. And them prizes not supposed to be more than $10. Get her. That's all I'm saying, Miss Ingram. Miss Ingram gonna be writing them letters. All right, babe. I'm so proud of you. She's gonna be writing them damn letters. All you gotta do is copy and paste the law right on over there. You know, just copy and paste that shit. All right. Now let me see. Oh. I did have another update before we get to that law. I know I'm kind of mixing things up, but don't worry because all of this is going to be re-uploaded and all the topics that I talk about are going to be specified together. So y'all get to watch this broken up. Okay. Because I know when I do these deep dives, it'd be a lot of information. So one thing I want to highlight, they made me aware. They pulled a fast one on. They pulled a fast one on you, jiggers. I'm being funny, but I'm not. Can I pull it up? I was made aware that just this past day that went by, last week that went by, that they actually okay, so Thornton Township meeting is on the 17th, okay? So we're going to be watching that. That's going to be on Tuesday. And then on Monday, they're going to be doing going back to the contestant. I just was looking at my inbox. But I wanted to bring this up because I didn't see it and they sent it to me and I should have just downloaded. Basically, Delgado now got his ass another $1 million off of Yo Buck. He is allegedly on the school board now. Delgado is the lawyer for the school board. You know why I do that, y'all? Because this fucking sucks. First and foremost, they snuck that past you guys. Shout out to my favorite residents who put me up on that. They was like a in-out type of thing, a heist, just like they try to do twice. Do you remember the lawsuit that we put up of Thrasher versus Wilson? Thrasher versus Wilson. There was a lawsuit that we put up where we said Henyard and Freeman tried to take over the school board. If you don't remember that, I'm going to put that in the description. Both with Thrasher and Williams, they all got the same name. In both incidents, they tried to bombard their way into forcing the school board into electing Delgado as the lawyer. One involved Andrew Holmes, and when he first got on the school board, and he called a meeting in and just said it was just everybody just gonna lollygag and talk on this Zoom, and it ended up being an official meeting. When people got into the meeting, they was like, is this a meeting? And they tried to get Delgado in there. So I really think that the residents need to find a way to get a bylaw put in about limiting the number of cases that a legal representative for the town can have and represent. He is milking a motherfucker dry. Joe Delgado. And I don't like it. We're going to do a little bit more deep dive into that. Just a flashback, because I was supposed to tell you guys that was on my checklist. Shout out to the residents that keeps me posted. Y'all see my face? Y'all know I like law, but I don't like no crooked ass lawyers. Now, that don't make no sense for this man to be in every other town. No offense. Odison ass too. Don't be mad. Why the hell was Odison up there at that caucus meeting? Standing there against the person he been going against this whole time. I don't give a damn if it was Henyard who it is. It just screams bias to me. I don't like what I see. I don't like it. Please, y'all, go to school, get your education, get these positions, become lawyers, politicians, because these mothers gonna be there to the day they die, and they gonna be having 30 jobs like a Jamaican. So that was the update. Darlene and some of Township people are on the board. Yep, Darlene Everett, the one that did I say her name right? Because I know Tiffany can't say her damn name. Her yes man, Miss COVID mask lady. 2 jobs, 2 on the board, or they on board. Well, here, everywhere we on the board. 2 checks, 3 checks, everywhere check. While the residents suffer. Oh my God. Okay, so his name isn't in the dismissal request anywhere. I don't see a judge making that assumption. What dismissal request? If they withdrew, if that's what you're talking about, that lawsuit, if they withdrew the lawsuit, then is the dismissal request, if they did put it in, it doesn't mean anything. They'll just have to re-put it back in. But I wish I was a lawyer, because certain these cases I can't get unless somebody give them to me. So I hope I can get the update and the refiling, because I really want to read it. Honestly, I really do. I will email you some things to see if you have it later. Thank you, Miss Ingrams. I love you. I appreciate it. Get any case that you could get to me, okay? All right. So what did we do? We did the incompatibility of office, running for 2 office. Is it legal? We clarified that. We clarified 2 of the illegal things that Napoleon did that he added on to the law, the caucus rules, which was supposed to be approved. I ain't on no side, nobody's side, but I'm on your side. Did Napoleon come out and address y'all yet? Did he come talk to y'all? Shit. I was reading some posts in Dalton Politics, and somebody was like, did Napoleon come out and address the public yet? You know, somebody in Dalton Politics like, he don't have to come out until it's time, or some crazy stuff. That's why after a while, I didn't take offense to them coming and badger me. Because I said, these people ain't got no damn common sense or dignity for themselves. You telling me that this man who did what he did, and even if he didn't do it, if you got nominated, you need to come out and talk to us. He don't have to? What? Thank you. I said thank you. See my mouth. It's a I didn't mean to say anything. Thank you for your comment. I'm just going with the flow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now we are hour 16 minutes in. We're going to finish up the broadcast. Okay. What I'm going to end up doing is we're going to do the Stephanie Weidman lawsuit. We'll just show you that right now. I do have that on hand. I don't know why they being so choosy. We're going to go over this on Thursday. Okay. So you guys can figure out what Miss Weidman went through and why she had to sue Miss Henyard. Okay, in the Village Dolton. In this case, is still active as of now. They're still sending notifications to each other back and forth to this day. All right, let's go. I got jokes. I try to make it fun for y'all. Now, this is a first-hand resource, but even though it's just still U.S. law and it's not the actual, we showed you that document where that came from. Actually, I think this is good. This is a first resource. This has 2023 Illinois compiled statute, chapter 10, election codes. Okay, so this is the first resource. It has all of the articles that you can go look at that's under the election code. I think what we're going to be looking at that's under this election code is section 29, prohibitions and penalties. And this is what I'm saying. Don't be mad at me, Napoleon. When I say that her friend's going to jail for PPP, you gonna get in trouble a little bit for this shit. Excuse my language. Come on, because you supposed to did better than this, man. You supposed to been the superhero. Okay, check this out. So basically, what it's saying is some of the penalties that goes with prohibitions and penalties. There are prohibition for vote buying. Promise for a vote. These are the laws, okay? Selling of votes, preventing of voting or candidate support. Here you go. I told you this ain't right. So y'all better, Judges might as well do it over and don't let her do the lawsuit, because it says prevention of a vote or candidate support. Any person who by force, even the people who were in there that wasn't supposed to be in there, that I told you that they were just part of the party, they can get in trouble for this too. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. People could be petty. That's why I tell you, when you sign affidavits and you sign the affidavits and said that you was a voting citizen here in this place, that is a contract. That is you basically saying you acquiesce, you affirm this, and it can be used against you. So this says prevention of voters or candidate support. Any person who by force intimidates, threats, depiction of forgery, knowingly prevents any other persons from registering to vote, lawfully voting, supporting or opposing a nomination. Now we know Tiffany should be in trouble for this a lot. This is all in her lawsuits. But today I'm talking about Napoleon, okay? Tiffany, I'm reading this like, woo, they say Tiffany all over this shit right here. Because she been doing that to all the people talking about. Well, it can't be considered that in a lawsuit times, because when she was doing this to people, that wasn't time of campaign. When she was forcing people to, allegedly support her and nobody else, it wasn't campaign time in those lawsuits. But they did name that was one of her, how can I say, pseudo regulations that they have in Dolton. What I mean, pseudo is not real, but that's like a invisible governance that what Tiffany say goes. Okay. So, but right here, this is applying to what Napoleon did, not just Tiffany, but Napoleon. It says also nomination so let's get to B. It says, let me just read it again so we could do it without me stopping and talking so y'all can get a full of this. Section 29-4, prevention of voting or candidate support. Any person who by force, intimidation, threat, depiction of forgery, knowingly prevent any other person from registering to vote, lawful voting, supporting or opposing the nomination or election of any person for public office or any public question voted upon any election shall be guilty of a class 4 felony. I just had to reread that because I know how I stopped and start talking in the middle of it. But yeah, I think that you guys need to look at that. Now, I ain't saying Napoleon going to jail. I don't think so. But he did violate. It. Okay. Voting more than once is against the law. Manipulating of election materials is against the law. Tampering with voting machines. Bell box stuffing. Y'all didn't have one there. Y'all just had a voice count. I ain't have to worry about that. I'm messing with y'all. Don't never do that again. Don't never do that again, okay? Unlawful observation of voting. So you're supposed to have, it's a form that you're supposed to fill out. Like if you're going to observe, like where it's a heavy area of Democrats and you're a Republican, you're supposed to register for that. And if you do it unlawfully, it's a class 4 felony. So I have read that. It's some paperwork that you fill out. Perjury, any person who makes a false statement material to the issue or point in question, which he does not believe to be true, in a affidavit. Now, this is where I'm saying, because you supposed to certify the votes, sir. You better not have certified that shit. You better just been waiting, because it says, this is what it says. It says perjury, any person who makes a false statement material to the issue or point in question, which he does not believe to be true, in any affidavit, certification, or sworn oral declaration required by any provision of the code, shall be guilty of a class 3 felony. Failure to comply. This is number 2911. That's my birthday, y'all. Okay. Shout out to the Sagittarius. Failure to comply with order of election authority. Any person who knowingly fails to refuse to comply with any law ordered of the election authority issued by the election authority in performance of the duty of the election authority shall be guilty of a class A misdemeanor. Well, at least it ain't a damn felony. Disregard of the election code. I think that's what he did. I just showed you guys that the things that he put into as far as being the rules for the caucus and participation, 2 of those things were against the law, the state law. So that's a blatant disregard of election code. But I'm just this is how petty I am. This is the shit I find. If I'm going to court, we going to court. Think I'm like, she gonna find everything. Yes, the hell I do. Okay. So I will pick this up. I said they disregarded the election code. There was a Pacific code that was just reiterated by the state attorney general that the slate thing can't be real. That was a straight disregard. Do you see what I'm saying? But it said, except with respect to Article 9 of this code, any person who knowingly does any of the prohibited by the declaration unlawfully by B fails to do any of the act required by. So is if you do something unlawfully, if you fail to do anything that's required by this code, shall, unless a different punishment is described by the code, be guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. I know I haven't been on the screen for a second, but I wanted y'all to see it. Am I tripping? Can y'all kind of see where my mind is going at when it comes to thinking what I'm thinking? Because of this type of stuff that I read. So even though I know Illinois is crooked as all hell, Napoleon is not going to get a felony or misdemeanor, y'all. Don't go, They ain't gonna do it. But I do think he's in a position to fall under those categories. Now, tell me, am I exaggerating? Tell me, am I exaggerating? Okay. So, this is campaign practices. I don't know why I pulled that up, but later on, if y'all hear anything, see anything weird, I pulled up the law. I was like, well, I pulled that up. So if y'all see anything going on in Dolton and Thornton that seems questionable about their campaign practices, let me know, and I will cross-reference it for you, and we'll see if they are being unlawful, or lawful. The point of this broadcast, in all of my broadcasts, is to continue to elevate the people. As y'all see, and as I don't always see, I could give a damn about elected officials. I put the people first because you are God's people, no matter if you don't even know it, okay? All you guys play an important role in society and in your family's life and in God's plan for the world. So as long as you don't do your job and don't have any, how can I say, to use your critical thinking skills, you're going to be up shit's creek without a paddle. So until then, I'm going to just keep on making this type of information, making it a little funny, making it a little, whatever, but I hope you learn. So if you have any questions, let me know. This is going to be broken up. I think I'm going to break this up into 3 parts, possibly. Tomorrow, if we don't go live during the actual hearing again for Ms. Jordan and the other candidates that are being contested, we will follow up after. Isn't it a meeting on Monday? Y'all, it's another meeting tomorrow, right? Just let me know. It is too much going on. But Tuesday, we're definitely going to be live for Thornton special meeting. So y'all stay tuned in for that. Y'all going to get enough of Grace Levi. But if y'all have any questions, y'all let me know. I will definitely be live on Thursday. That is a go. Because we're going to go over Miss Stephanie Weedman lawsuit. That is definitely. So we'll be together 3 times this week and a little few uploads. I also want to close off by saying this. No matter what it is, I don't wish harm on nobody. I don't care what we have went through or whatever. I want to say a shout out to Jedediah walking around with that daggone thing on his neck. Allegedly, Jedediah was in a car accident because y'all know I'm nosy. I see everything. And I pray for his health because I am an ICU nurse and I have traveled to those orthopedic units and they are the worst. I don't even want to talk about it. So what I will say is that I pray for you, Jedediah, for a speedy recovery. I know this is like your second accident in a short period of time. I'm going to pray for you. Pray them witches away. We got a live to do coming up. I think it's the week of Christmas. I am going to be talking about a spiritual topic called altars. So I have a series on altars, good and bad altars, and how people in the political field, as well as regular people, men, women, black, white, they use altars to put voodoo on people. And I'm going to tell you this. I have met at least 2 people in this movement that y'all call Dolton and Thornton that I know deal with altars. Jedediah, you better pray them damn witches away. You have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Sky on the track, whoa.
All praise to the Most High. Hey, last days. Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashima, Masaya, Yasa. Hey, look, this right here for my Hebrews. Don't fold. You get tried in that fire, you real gold. A real diamond, an arbor, like let me test it. If you make it through that, then you get your blessing. It won't prosper, but you go and see that weapon. Be the blood of a marsh, y'all get protection. And y'all come up out the word, you need an exit. The day of the Lord coming so unexpected. I pray to Abba, I pray we make it through the tribulation. Psalm 91, keep him your habitation. Keeping these commandments that we have in patience. All this stuff going on, it'll have you racing.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election
2013.
for trustee.
And that
I
was
was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Terms 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.